Have you ever wondered about the bones of a story? What did the outline look like before the characters hijacked it? Ophelia Kee always wondered the same things about her own stories. As a discovery writer, the chaotic pantser style, not even the author knew how the tales in the Draoithe Saga would go until they went backward, analyzing one story while busy writing the next tale or two somehow never happened. Apparently, OK put things off long enough, and some fancy computer magic will provide us with those long-wished-for story overviews. We can finally X-ray the tales from the dream and see their skeletons. Shall we investigate the next story in the dream?
All right, let's dive into a world that's, well, teetering on the brink of a magical apocalypse. We're talking about a story where a 1,000-year-old prophecy throws a suicidal vampire and a really desperate mage right into each other's paths. This is Lunar Dark, and believe me, it all kicks off inside a dream. And that line right there, that's our ticket in. See, in this world, the dream isn't just some poetic idea. No, it's the literal fabric of existence. And as you're about to see, that fabric is starting to seriously unravel. So, before we get to our main characters, you've got to understand the world they're stuck in. This isn't just any old fantasy setting. This is the dream, the foundation for the entire Draoithe Saga. And its magic is, well, it's broken. Okay, so picture this, a reality where every myth, every legend, every single fairy tale you've ever heard is 100% real. Sounds cool, right? Well, the problem is, the magic that holds it all together has gone haywire. It's dangerously unstable, and it's all because of one very, very old spell. And what's causing all this chaos? A prophecy. But this isn't your typical foretelling. It's a 1,000-year-old chaos magic spell, cast by a devil king in a moment of pure grief. It's basically a ticking time bomb woven into the code of reality, and its countdown is about to force two very different people together. So, let's meet them. The two broken souls right at the heart of this mess, a vampire and a magus, who are on an absolute collision course with destiny. And you really can't get more different than these two. On one hand, you have a 285-year-old immortal who is just done with living. And on the other, a fresh out of college grad who's secretly trying to save the entire world. Talk about a contrast, right? So this is Leland Shade. He's a rogue vampire who has spent nearly 3 centuries on the run from his own kind. And the irony? You're gonna love this. He's the CEO of the biggest solar energy company in the world. But all that power, all that money, it means nothing. He's bored, he's lonely, and he's pretty much just looking for a way out. And then we have Evelyn Moon. She's literally the last of her kind, and she's on this desperate mission to fulfill that prophecy we talked about, a prophecy she barely understands. Her mentors are gone, she's all alone, so she cooks up a plan. Go undercover as an executive assistant to the one man who might be at the center of it all. So how do they meet? It ends with this incredibly intense kiss that they both immediately agree never ever happened. And just like that, with that one little denial, this fragile, supercharged, and dangerous dance between them officially begins. Okay, so let's dig into the prophecy itself, because this isn't just some vague prediction. It's a dangerous, ancient spell that Evelyn has to cast, even if it ends up costing her everything she has. Her mission, if she chooses to accept it, is to cast a spell literally written in blood. The goal? To trap some ancient evil and, hopefully, restore balance to the dream. No pressure or anything, right? The fate of her entire world is basically on her shoulders. But it's a real struggle. She has the ancient scrolls, but they're filled with all these confusing runes and terms she can't decipher, like Thrall's Son and Cobalt. She even tries a practice run with water, but all she gets is this faint, incomplete mess. She's in way over her head, and she knows it. She needs an expert, and fast. And this is where things get really interesting. In her desperate search for help, she ends up giving the scrolls to an old acquaintance of, you guessed it, Leland. All of a sudden, the one man she's been trying to keep in the dark is the only person on the planet who can decipher her destiny. And now, this is where everything just explodes. The magical mystery, the simmering tension, it all erupts into a brutal, violent fight for survival. The next 48 hours are just pure chaos. One minute, Evelyn's trying to get her scrolls translated, and the next she's been abducted. Leland finds out what's going on and just snaps. He taps into his darkest vampire abilities, tastes her spilled blood to see her memories, and begins this relentless, brutal hunt that leads him straight into the fight of his very long life. The rescue is vicious. They're both battered, broken, and bleeding. With the sun about to rise, their only choice is to take refuge in an ancient, dark crypt. Trapped together with death knocking at the door, their story is about to take a twist that neither of them could have ever seen coming. Because down there, in the darkness of that crypt, a desperate wish is about to be made. And it's a wish that's going to change both of them forever. A Ginny appears. It's this trickster spirit, and it's drawn to Leland's sheer desperation. With a whisper and a lie, it convinces him that Evelyn is dying. But it says there's a way. It offers him a single perfect wish, the power to save her life. But you know how these things go. Every wish has a price, and this one is steep. To save Evelyn, Leland has to give up one half of his soul's magic, the very essence of what makes him, him. And you know what? He doesn't even hesitate. He agrees. And with that sacrifice, Evelyn is reborn. She's healed, yes, but she's no longer human. She's now a Cobalt, that strange word from the scrolls. An immortal spirit being, now forever bound to the man who just gave up half his soul to save her. And that's when the final, massive piece of the puzzle just slams into place. Thrall's son. That other cryptic phrase? It was him. It was Leland all along. He's a unique type of vampire, created for one single purpose: to serve the Lunar Dark, to serve Evelyn. He was never her boss. He was never just her rescuer. He was always destined to be hers. So now, here they are. They're bound together by magic, by prophecy, by an incredible sacrifice. They have the fate of their world in their hands. But with this new, unbreakable bond, you have to wonder, are they going to be each other's salvation, or are they about to become each other's ruin?
I sincerely hope you enjoyed this view of a story skeleton, glimpsing the characters, setting, and plot structure along with the twists within the writing in this tale from the Draoithe Saga by Ophelia Kee. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more original stories and audio adventures. A special thank you to OK Music Writers for writing and for sharing the Enter the Dream soundtrack. It's more than a story, it's an experience. Welcome to the dream.